Today, we're going to talk about Newton's first law of motion. I'll give you a basic definition. Newton's first law states, an object at rest tends to stay at rest, and an object in motion tends to stay in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Then what exactly do we mean by an unbalanced force? I'll show the difference between a balanced and an unbalanced force. Do you see this book is sitting here on the table? It's not moving, right? This is an example of a balanced force. There are two forces at work here that are perfectly balanced. First of all, there is the force of gravity that is pulling this book down. To prevent it from falling down, there is also the force of the table pushing the book up. But if either force was lesser or greater, it would be unbalanced. It would either rise or fall. This is what happens when you put a book on an inclined plane, such as a ramp. Instead of staying still, the book slides down the ramp. This is an example of an unbalanced force. Now, attention please. I want you to take a look at this model set. It's a train set with a beaker of water attached on its top. Let's watch. I'll start the train. Do you notice the water spills out of the beaker? How does this happen? This is because an object at rest tends to stay at rest. In other words, the water was still at first, and once the train started moving, the water wanted to remain where it was. So it shakes and spills out. Now take a look at the water when I stop the running train. See, it spills over too. This is because an object in motion tends to stay in motion. The water was moving in a line with the train and wanted to continue moving even though the train stopped. Did you get it? I'll give you a practical example of Newton's first law of motion. Let's consider seat belts. Remember, Newton's law states that an object in motion tends to stay in motion. Imagine that you are driving in your car at 100 kilometers per hour. If your car crashes into a brick wall and if you're not wearing your seatbelt, what will happen? Right, your body will continue to keep moving and you'll go head first through the windshield of your car. That's why you should buckle up your seatbelt every time you enter a car.